I read a lot of comics, especially Spawn, but this, Rat City, has my heart. You see, this new iteration of Spawn is not just based on spiritual mumbo jumbo and heavens and hell. This one deals with technology, and that is why I like it. It keeps the element of Spawn being grotesque and brutal, and in its own way, still a different story. I'ma sum it up real quick. Peter is the new Spawn. He does not have control. Spawn is basically a techno-organic symbiote that has possessed him, and anytime he loses consciousness, the demon comes out to play. But now he knows, and now he doesn't want to lose consciousness, but he's going to need to, because his enemies have another machine under their belt to unleash. The good doctor just found out his boss was dead, but he didn't give a damn. He was proud of his new creation. His new creation looked good as hell. He was his former lab partner, but you see, Spawn got to him first, introducing his tendrils to his body. He was left lifeless. Now he was reborn, and he was coming for Spawn. He was coming for Peter and his sidekick Quinlan. But where were they? You see, they were laying low because everyone in the city was looking for them. They thought it was a smart idea to bunk it down with the homeless, but the homeless don't fuck with them at all. They were too suspicious. Peter wanted to keep on fighting. These people ruined his life, but Quinlan was soft. Quinlan didn't want none of this smoke. This coward actually blamed Peter for their current circumstance, like, bruh, you started all of this by hacking the company. Peter dipped, of course, to be alone, but Quinlan couldn't handle himself. Everyone was looking at him crazy. You look familiar, bruh. Where have I seen you before? He said, no. I'm from out of town. My name is Robert, but they were not buying it, bruh. You look suspicious as hell. They were watching Quinlan when they were supposed to be watching the sky because something was coming fast, and he looked pissed off. He was coming like a literal missile. Sadly, Peter was too far away from the campsite to even notice. He was here brooding. I failed you, Reese. I couldn't protect Quinlan. I can't even protect myself, boy. Lock in, man. No soft shit. You're a man. You are Spawn. And you would need to be Spawn again, because this guy was coming for blood. He was scanning everyone's faces, and as soon as he found Quinlan, he came in hot. Forgetting the fact that Quinlan was about to get his ass beat by the homeless because he looked too suspicious. I mean, come on. They pulled up to you, and you started to cry like a pussy. Homeboy said, you ain't scary. I'm about to beat you down. And before he could, he came. The ones who saw him first tried to warn everyone else, but nah, there was no point. From his earpiece, his master said, the rest don't matter, and he took that to heart. Quinlan saw him and said, yeah, you wanted to fight someone. Fight him, bitch, and started to run. For once, his better nature was the best solution because this guy just started flying through people, bruh. He was ripping them apart. Hands were flying, heads were flying. Even the homeless that wanted to beat Quinlan down were dead in an instant. Quinlan was running for his dear life. He didn't care about his skin nor his clothes. They were ripped apart. All he had to do was find Peter. All he had to do was awaken Spawn. Sadly, he failed, because human eyes can never be as good as cybernetic eyes. The robot found Peter first, and he jacked him up quickly. Peter saw him and knew he was about to get blitzed. They were in the sky in seconds, holding him by his neck. He scanned his face, confirming his identity, and as soon as he had it, he took off, because they wanted to experiment on him. That was the goal. But Peter ain't no softy. He was punching and punching. This robot said, behave. His master, watching this whole scenario, said, boy, we do not need him conscious. And the robot smiled. Even while getting his face punched in, he flew higher and higher, as all the homeless were crying for the people they lost, while the rest just kept stealing from each other. As soon as he was high enough, he just dropped him and allowed him to be impaled on a tree branch. This was a fatality. Peter was dead. Quinlan couldn't even comprehend it. There was so much blood. But the robot wasn't done. He smacked Quinlan away like, move, bitch. Pulled out his saw. They didn't need Peter alive, but they need the body. Now, he was dead. The body was up for grabs, but you see, The demon was still there. It was just waiting for Peter to lose consciousness, and death was a method of losing consciousness. Now that Peter was out, the demon is in, and he was here to play.